Welcome back to another episode of Tiny-tastic Talks. I figured we'd do something a little bit different. Today I thought that we would talk about what chronic illnesses or sickness teaches us. And I think it's a topic, again, that doesn't really get a lot of traction. And I thought that we would just talk. So let's do this. Number one, it teaches us to never take our health for granted. Even when things are difficult, you start to have an appreciation for what your body was like maybe before you got sick, or when you didn't have pain, or when you didn't have the different diagnoses, whatever. What's that word? I don't know. Anyways, it just gives you a better understanding of life and better perspective on things. And so when you're having a really good day, you are able to really focus in on that. And that leads me to my second point. Number two, enjoy the good moments. This means soaking up the present as much as you can, because really that's all we have. It forces you to manage the now. And if you've had trouble on managing what the present is for you, then you have the opportunity to do that now. Whether it was because of work that wasn't allowing you to actually live in the moment, or whatever issues were going on with you, you know, I'm still learning what that means for me. And what's awesome is that it'll allow you to find peace in the moment when maybe in the past you haven't been able to find that peace before. Find the moments where you're able to laugh, where you're able to find joy even in the midst of your suffering. It does make a difference. Number three is don't lose sight of your future because you still have one. Sometimes we get tunnel vision as to what's going on in our situations. It's essential to know that you're important, that you have a purpose, that you still have a purpose regardless of what's going on. And don't forget that, because if you do, then you're left with despair and you're left with no hope. And I've had to journey through what that means for me. I'm looking at it like a phoenix rising from the ashes, that something greater is going to come out of this than I even expect. That comes also from my faith and what I believe. And so if you're able to find solace in that and know that you're not forgotten, that you have a purpose, and whatever that is supposed to be will end up being, as long as, you know, you're able to find a way through the pain, through the discomfort, through the different obstacles you have to get through, you'll get there. So I now have a bigger story than I did before that I now get to share with other people, which is fantastic, because that's what I want. Number four is take inventory of those that are in your life. So what I mean by that is, who are your friends? Who's your family? Are they there for you? Are they not there for you? This is a time where you're able to figure out who you want to be in your life, who you want to share your life with. People are sometimes around for seasons. Others are there for longer extended amounts of times. There are people maybe that you haven't been in contact with for years that all of a sudden you get back in contact with, and it's like you pick up where you left off. Those are the types of friendships that I think are really beautiful, that regardless of time and space, that you're able to connect with. Number 5. You need to take care of yourself and be kind to yourself. Now, we've talked about this before on my channel, but You need to know what you need, and how to pace yourself around that. I am still in the process of learning what in the world that is for me. And there are days where I do too much and I pay for it. There are other days where I'm actually managing quite well in terms of knowing what I can handle and moving within that. But it's a daily process, and it's difficult sometimes, because then all of a sudden sometimes you might get hit with the wave of tiredness and you're like, okay, I gotta take a nap. And then even after the nap, you're just groggy and you can't, it's just one of those days. What's important not to do is to work too hard and then get to a place where you then pay for it the next day or the next few days because you did too much. So it's a balancing act. I know it's complicated, but really be kind to yourself, and this is also an opportunity, again, to find self-awareness and to really look at yourself and organize how you want to move in the world. And number 6, you develop empathy for those who have visible disabilities and non-visible disabilities. It connects you to people in a deeper way, and you're able to see the world differently than you did before. And I think that's what it really is about, is that you're able to look at someone or hear their story and just say, you know what, I see you for who you are and what's going on in your life. And there's an instant connection, which is, I think, really beautiful. So that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, then give it a like right down there. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, well, I'd love for you to be a part of the family here. Why don't you just subscribe down there? And if you'd like to see other videos of mine, I will post them around. And all right, see you soon.